What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy Broshmo. Just in case you did not know so, and today I'm going over the 2020 NFL Draft defensive line prospects. But first off, I want to let you know I got a new series started up. Should be same day right now, and it's gonna go throughout the whole month. It's gonna be every day. So hope y'all enjoy that. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe. Almost at 100. Got me very excited. And if you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. But let's go ahead. Let's take a look at these. Let's first take a look at edge defenders. And right there at the top, I got Chase Young out of Ohio State. The man created 75 pressures last year, and he's just been a force on the line. When Nick Bosa went down, he picked up the slack. I mean, it was a scary front four there at Ohio State, even without Nick Bosa. Chase Young deserves a lot of credit. He's probably the best prospect that's not a quarterback in this draft. At number 2, I got AJ Epinesa. Oh, man. I butchered that last name so bad in my mock draft. But Epinesa, right? Dude, it's 280, right? Doesn't move like it. I mean, last year, he just had over like 400 snaps. And the production was huge for that workload. So I'm excited to see him in 600-700 snaps. He should be up there with Young. I just don't think quite as good, and I hope he doesn't put on more weight. I like him as an edge rusher. I don't want to see him, kick in on the defensive interior, but he can probably still be a force there. Number 3, like I said, okay, this is a thinner class, I should say, compared to last year. Last year was extremely deep, and it was filled with a lot of talent, a lot of studs. This one just a bit thinner, but Julian Akawara, right? I think he could elevate his stock. He comes out and has a monster year. Who would have thought? Having a monster year, your draft stock goes up. Little weird, right? But follow me. The dude's like 6'5". He's like 240. He's kind of built and he moves like Josh Allen. Now, Josh Allen, the year before last year, wasn't that productive. Still projected as maybe a day 2 pick. Comes out, has a 17 sack season, just plays everywhere. Bam, he's one of the top 3 best players in the last year's draft, or in the 2019 draft. Wild. I think Okawara not necessarily can get on top, like on that Josh level or Josh Allen level, but I think we could see that type of I think we could see him ascend draft boards like that. F4, I got Yatir Gross-Matos. Sick name, out of Penn State. Guy, very physically talented. I think he's going to be, I think he's almost a sure thing for a late first round pick. Penn State actually hasn't even had a defensive line drafted in the first round since 2010. Defensive lineman. Since I think it was Jared Odrick. So that wild stat. I think he'll break that. I just want to see a little more pass moves in his repertoire. So we'll see. Number 5, probably one of my favorites here, Kenny Willix. Dude's just super strong. Another Big Ten edge defender here. Guy is wicked strong. Go look up some of his highlights. One where he picks up a tight end and just throws him into the running back. It's disgusting. I do want to see more of a presence in the backfield. Not so much as tackles for losses or sacks, but actual pressures. I want to see him getting back there consistently, but I think he does have that late first round potential. At number 6, Nick Coe. I got him currently listed as an edge defender. The dude's 6'5", I think. Take a quick look. 6'7". No, that's the wrong. 6'5", yeah, 6'5", 291. Whew, big boy. He could honestly be a 3-4 end, or he could kick inside. He's very athletic, and I mean, honestly, he could do that. So we'll see. I'm gonna list him here until the season starts and we actually see what weight he is playing at. At number 7, I got Mike Dana from Michigan. Actually, he's playing his first year at Michigan. The dude's a transfer from Central Michigan. He totaled one of the highest pass rushing grades last year at Central Michigan, and I think it was like a 91 by PFF. So we could expect a huge year, actually, from Dana there in Michigan, now having to replace Rashawn Gary and Chase Winovich. So we'll see. I got him up here as a second rounder. At 8, I got Jabari. I'm not going to say the last name because it's a little sketchy, at least for me. But Jabari here, he played well last year, but he was also playing opposite of Jachai Polite. Now he gets a chance to prove that he can play against those double teams, or he can play when being I guess strategized around or and whatnot. So I want to see him now being the focal point on that defensive line, what he can do. At 9, I got Khalid Kareem, who is the teammate of Julian Okawara. Now, Kareem and Okawara, their production was okay last year. So this year, they could come out, they could ball, and they could just have a banger of a year, and they could make that first round case. Kareem, I think, is going to be a little more, I don't want to say devalued, but I see a lot of Trey Flowers in him, while you don't necessarily see his production on the stat sheet. The guy is a force, and that's what caused Trey Flowers to fall during the, I think it was like 2015 draft. But keep an eye out on Kareem. At 10, I got probably a guy I just want to highlight because he only played like a quarter last year, not like a quarter of the season. He literally played a quarter, less than 15 minutes of football last year. At 10, I got Clavon Chazon. What a name. Clavon Chazon. Out of LSU. He had a sack. He only played like 15 snaps. Had a sack. But I'm projecting this because Devin White might know that name. He was the 5th overall pick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers out of LSU. Said that Chazon is going to have, or he's going to break the sack record there at LSU for the season. So I'm projecting here. I mean, he had a sack in like his first in 15 snaps. So I mean, there's a little something there. Just keep an eye on him. I'm excited to see him. Though he is only 230, so he will need to put on weight if he wants to stay there on the edge. And if he puts on good weight and looks good at the combine, we could be talking about like a Brian Burns, somewhere in that mid first round range. If not, if it's more like what happened with Jachai Polite, where he fell into the 3rd round, didn't look good when he added another 10 pounds. He wasn't as athletic at the combine. So just something to watch there. And let's go ahead and go to the interior right here. At number 1, maybe a shock, probably not. I got Javon Kinlaw out of South Carolina. The guy is a freak. And I mean a freak. He gets to the backfield. The dude, and he moves. For his size, the way he moves, just twitchy, I like it. I think he is going to be, like I said, the defensive line class this year is a little thin. I think hands down, he will be the first defensive tackle taken off the board. Now, number 2, I got Derek Brown, which a lot of people are extremely high on. Now, he is a very talented individual. I would kind of compare him to Dexter Lawrence out of this past year's draft. Just his pass rush skills not as good as Dexter Lawrence. And Dexter Lawrence went at pick 17 to the Giants. I mean, he's a quality player. He's tremendous in the run game, and he's not a terrible pass rusher. He's okay. He's okay. He works well with his hands. He just doesn't have a strong, or like a fast first step. Like, I don't know how to describe that to you, but to get past those guys, get those guys off balance. And I got him here at number 2 as a top 25 pick. So there's no shame in that. At 3, I got Raekwon Davis out of Alabama. He had a rocky 2018. He was in and out of the rotation there at Alabama. But now with Bugs and Quinnen Williams gone, he gets his chance to shine and be the star of that defensive line. But I mean, he's a freak athlete for his size, but he's not in the backfield too much. He's honestly more of a run defender. And if the trend these past few years is people, because it's a passing league now, run defenders, while still valued, not valued nearly that high enough to where they're first round talents. So just look out for that. 4, I got Niles Pickney out of Clemson. Now, that Clemson defensive line gutted. Pickney has been he was in the rotation there, but now he serves as, hey, this is the guy that's going to help us rebuild this line. Because, I mean, Clemson's got a lot of talent. Very talented squad there. So, Pickney had a solid year last year. He had 4.5 tackles for losses. And that was in the rotation. So, we get to see more of him. So, I'm excited. Lorenzo Neal out of Purdue. I got him here just because he's huge. Guy's probably going to play that zero guard, zero tech, I should say. Right there over the center. He's a nose guard in a 3-4. 6'7", 316 pounds. So ideal for those teams looking for that nose guard, or nose tackle, I should say. 6, I got Rashard Lawrence. I like Rashard Lawrence a lot because the man has tremendous pass rushing skill from the inside. He was constantly in the backfield last year, and if he just rinses and repeat, and we see that this year, he will see himself there in the first or second round. Corey Bethley out of TCU. Just when I was looking at some of the TCU highlights, and mainly for Jalen Reagor, but this guy always popped out. Like, he was always making a play somewhere, which is kind of wild. So just a guy to keep your eye on. I'm projecting there. At 8, another projection. Brandon Pilley out of USC. Hasn't really had the numbers, the production. Haven't really seen it on the field, but he's a tremendous athlete for his size, like how athletic he is. So if he can improve this year and maybe next year if he doesn't come out, we could be talking about a day 2, quality day 2 pick. Justin Adubuike. It's a sick last name too. Out of Texas A&M. He is now the veteran there at Texas A&M. He saw some of the seniors. They went. They're gone. Now he is. Hey, you're the captain here. I'm the captain. I'm the captain now. So yeah, he had like 10.5 10.5 tackles for loss. So he is the mainstay there. He was formerly on the edge. They pushed him inside. 6'3", 300 pounds. Moves very well. So we'll see. And Marvin Wilson, very athletic. I think in the ACC, he had the most pressures, which you want to see pressures, man. Pressure, like, people look at sacks or tackles for losses, but take a look at pressures. Let's see how often they really are getting back there. And Marvin Wilson, he's the leads currently. Well, the only returning guy from last year in the ACC. He had the most, so got him in the 3rd, 4th. If Florida State, who had a down year, plays a lot better this year, I'm sure Marvin Wilson's going to be one of the reasons there on defense. So let's wait. Let's see. I can't wait. Anyway, that's it for the video. Why do I even go into it? If you like it, you know what to do. It's much obliged. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.